our dragon. That is why we are here today. So Akwa Ibom is song. Ivan is song. Meneki Komufo. Say song. Itade Kondo. May God Almighty bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great Biafrans. You know, this is a unique opportunity that we have great leaders here. Dr. Chow, our Prime Minister. Now, actually, this is time for question and answer. Is there anyone that has any question? Now, we are talking about what should Biafrans expect in our new nation, from our new government. 1 minute. Now, it's open. Do you have questions? Now, this is something that we want to open up so that your ideas will be taken on the table. It's not just we here on the panel. Does anyone have a question? You have 1 minute. If you can come up in the front, please. Then I'll give you the phone. You ask your question to whoever you want to ask, and then we can answer. 1 minute.
Just two people. Just two people. We don't have time.
Good afternoon. As a Biafran, my name is Abuchi. I'm from Biafra. So, and as a Biafran, and I know that every one of us have faced a lot of problems trying to find how we can survive all the atrocities and all the problems that people are facing. As a Biafran who has not traveled out, how will I wait or see the government of Biafra help those who are in rural areas, and some of them are very educated, that are willing to go to school but have no one who will help them? I mean the real, the villagers or the villages in our places. How do we see them come up to become what they want to be?
So who will answer the question? Okay, we give to Abia. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. Biafra government will design a system that will make every Biafran to attain their potential and make their dream come true. This is not just for talking sake. In Finland, for example, everybody, the government of this country have a system that makes everyone in this country to attain to their dream. So we are going to take Finland to Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. I mean, good afternoon, everyone. My question, I'm sorry, in English. Okay. When Biafra comes, because I remember when there was a curfew and medical doctors were called to duty and nurses were called to duty. And I know we all come from different states, and pharmacy, we operate in different ways. I live in Massachusetts, and I've been a pharmacist for 35 years. And the way board of pharmacy operate there is very different from Finland, from all over. So my question is that when Biafra comes, because when I heard the doctors, nurses call back to duty when there was a curfew, I didn't hear pharmacists. I said, does it mean that when Biafra comes, pharmacists will not be seen as health professionals? So I want to know, because my plan is, I want to go back home and establish there. And I know that I have a lot of, ways that I can help my people over there. So my question is that when I go back there, when Biafra comes, will I be seen as a health professional or not?
Yes, thank you very much for that question. When we are making these measures, we see all health practitioners as the same, both the doctors, nurses, and pharmacists. It is only you that knows the difference between doctors, nurses, and pharmacists. So when we say doctors and nurses, we mean everybody in the field. Thank you.
Hello. All right. Yeah, my name is Chukwumezie Eche from Dallas, Texas. And my question is, when Biafra comes, how are we going to deal with people in diaspora that are not part of the struggle? Are we going to employ a South Korea method, Israel method? Because I know there's a whole lot more of people that should have been here, but they're not here. What are we going to do to them? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. I must tell you, when you say South Korea method doesn't fit the wickedness of those people. We are going to adopt more stringent measures for them. Thank you.
If it's not important.
I greet everyone here. My question is, our Prime Minister said that our next referendum will possibly be held in Biafra land. And my question is now, recently, the Australians, they had a referendum. I don't know if people are aware of that. And you know what happened there. So my question again about it is there a lesson we can learn from their experience? Because in Biafra, we don't know, some people might vote against, even though we've done our voting here. Is there a lesson we can learn from that experience? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think our Biafra case is very peculiar. And Australia, if we talk about lesson, it's not just about lesson. We are going to design what works for us. And every Biafra today who wants freedom knows what to vote. That is one. Number two is that Nigeria, like I said, is an evil entity, a very complicated entity, and we are going to use a complicated approach and measures in making sure we dismantle Nigeria and make sure we control the referendum and vote of the Biafra people and announce it by ourselves. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Prime Minister. Normally, referenda in a struggle like that of Biafra has what I call the internal dynamics, kind of a sampling. We've done so in Amazonia, and all the time we've gotten an overwhelming majority of Amazonians showing their adherence to the outcome of independence. Most times, referenda in these kinds of struggles at the later stage are organized for purposes of, one, international legitimacy and recognition. before the Eritreans asked for a referendum, they had captured the capital. They had defeated Ethiopia in one of the biggest battles and had taken Asmara. So the purpose was simply to transcend from the process of resistance into that of governance following standard procedures of seeking the consent of their people. It was just normal transitional stuff. So from a scientific perspective, I don't even see any Biafran thinking Nigeria. That's one. From a non-scientific perspective, based on the fact that Biafra has existed under a corrupt system, the Biafran leadership will determine the outcome, the procedures, and the standards to get the result that is consistent with the aspirations of the majority of Biafrans. And so nobody should have a mixed mind. Because as I have told the PM, for us, Amazonians, what happens in Biafra is very important. So we need an outcome that is consistent with what we also will be happy about. So
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cho. And, to add to what he has said and the support of that, that's why we have adopted the approach of the delegitimization of the Nigeria within Biafra land, from the security terrorist apparatus down to their administrators and those that represent them within Biafra land. It is a gradual process, one step at a time. And like I said, by the time we are going to declare Biafra, you will not hear anybody shooting one gun. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rose, Biafran from Enugu. Now, my question is to the Prime Minister that we have a lot of children born in Igbo land from Fulani. And I am really anxious that we should keep track of every single one of them. And because Gaza situation will arrive if we don't take serious consideration on what to do with those children that are being born in Igbo land. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a very sensitive comment. And I must say that Biafra government is not going to be discriminatory government. We will adopt the most internationally accepted way and norms to govern our people. And for that reason, we are going to enact laws that will put to rest your worry. And again, I'm going to use many developed countries, for example, where you have those people you are afraid of, yet they still maintain order and law. So Biafra is going to develop our charter, modify it to suit our need and to solve this particular problem you are scared of, by making sure, if you look at the charter, you understand about the religion, the freedom, religious right. You find out that in the wording of that particular section, a lot of those things have been addressed, because we are going to suppress anybody that is coming to Biafra to kill us in the name of religion. It's not going to happen. So I promise you that.
Oh, hey, Biafra. My name is Chidozie. I come from United Kingdom. My problem here, or should I say a question, is regarding our brothers, the Idoma and the Igala people. And then for me, particularly I came from Yahamufu, where the pogrom had been ongoing for a very long time, in a place where my people, they are the only Igbos that in IDP camps. Their territory has been taken over by uncircumcised Fulani, having their everything about them in the villages where when you hear about the Hamuf, you just think it is just, but their villages have all been taken over. They are the only Igbos, like I said, that is still in IDP camps as we speak. So my question is, because we have a common boundary with the Idomas and the other people, of which we fetch the same water, for me to commune with my Igbo brothers, it might take me 15 or 20 minutes. But with my Doma brothers, it could take me just 5 minutes. If I could want to fetch a fire, I could go to my Doma brother and fetch fire to a light in my house. So my question is there any arrangements to carry these people along, or are we just on our own? Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are already carrying you along. If it is not for what we are doing, you will not just be in the IDP camp, you'll be dead. I remember when they invented your community, it was the Eastern Security Network that went there to rescue your people. I remember vividly very well. Then after that, the reason why you are in IDP camp is not because of the Fulanese, it's because of the military, Nigeria terrorist military from the 82 Division Enugu. After we rescued your people, chased away the terrorists out of the land, they mobilized the military into your land. And in one night, over 100 houses were burnt. Is that correct? So your problem is not actually those who come from the other side you are talking about. It is the Nigeria government. And that is why the delegitimization is very important. That's why we are not taking it easy with those terrorists in uniform who have come to burn your villages, and they are burning other villages in Imo State and other parts of Biafra land. So our aim is to disarm them. Anybody that bears arms in Biafra land is our enemy and the target. That particular target and agenda has not stopped. In fact, we are increasing the tempo after this convention. So you may, and I'm happy that you are here to say this yourself. But just to correct and put it in the right perspective, that the people that put you in IDP camp is the Nigeria terrorist state. And they are aiding these terrorists to take over our land. Unfortunately, somehow they made you to go into IDP in Ahamufu. Like you said, only Igbo people that are in IDP camp is in Ahamufu, not by the terrorists, but by the military infiltrated Boko Haram Nigeria army controlled by the Fulani terrorists. They perpetrated that heinous crime against Biafra people, and your people are the victim. Well, let me tell you, they will never go unpunished. We are coming for them. When Ahamufu was attacked, they sacked the whole village, and people were sharing the videos everywhere. I told the Ahamufu, we are coming, and we went there. The rest is history. We made sure that we liberated Ahamufu from the hand of terrorists, only for Nigeria to send the terrorist army to go and burn the village, resulting to what is explaining here today. So we are equal to the task. More of the Biafra Liberation Army presence will be felt in Ahamufu as a result of what you have said here today. We will focus there. And let me tell you, any place we open a front, that has never remained the same. We are going to open a new front in Ahamufu. Thank you. And please, please, the question and answer can continue. We are having some technical issues with the Biafra Liberation Army videos. And so what we may do is, I'm going to wait as long as possible. If that is not possible today, we go ahead to officially inaugurate the Biafra Liberation Army, and the videos comes later. And I'm going to explain these flags that are here during the time of the inauguration of the Biafra, official inauguration of the Biafra Liberation Army. So, but we have somebody here, which I don't know if the person is still around. Okay. Sorry? No, there is a woman here. One woman there. She have left. Fatima, are you here? Fatima, are you here? Okay. She's not here. All right. I'm sorry I did not mention her. So while we are waiting, I'm going to take more questions. As you all know, we have a long day today till 8 o'clock, where we'll go to the... So I'm going to go to the stage. I think the Italian presentation is not going to be done. This is a flag of the Biafra.
Immediately after the question.
Yo, have you people finished? I thought you were a panelist. I thought you were a panelist. Go back there. Yeah. Yes. All right. So this is the flag of the Biafra Liberation Army. Official flag. And when you look at this flag, you see 5 Star of David. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 Star of David represent the 5 eastern states that has paid the biggest price of the Nigeria brutality in Biafra struggle. And that reminds me, because Ehamufu is part of Enugu State, and this star covers Ehamufu, one of these stars. The star is going to increase and change in the course of the de facto government. But for now, it represents the state that has paid ultimate price, where bombardment, killings, butchering of Biafrans has taken place. We have the Biafra resistance fighters. This is the official flag of the Biafra resistance fighters. You have 5 Star of David, representing the 5 states in Biafra land today that has paid the ultimate price of Nigeria brutality. And the star is going to increase as time goes on to 32 plus 1, 33 in number, because it is going to cover the entire Biafra, 32 Biafra state plus Ebube. The same thing goes to the Biafra Liberation Army. And in few minutes from now, or in less than an hour from now, you are going to see the Biafra Liberation Army official parade. Here you have the official flag of the Biafra Air Force.
Wow.
We do not have fighter jet yet, but Nigeria will always run whenever they come with Tukuno aircraft. They have never succeeded in bringing any Biafra forces down from the air. As a result of the up and coming efforts of the Biafra. Well, let me tell you, after this convention in Finland, the Air Force will go into action. We will stop Nigeria terrorists that is bombarding our land in a very systematic way that nobody has ever seen. You'll only be hearing it in the news, what is happening. Believe me, mark my word. It is going to be our secret until we officially purchase aircraft. I want the world to bear us witness today that while Nigeria was purchasing Tukuno aircraft from the United States, there is what we call Leahy Agreement in the U.S. amendment, U.S. Constitution. The Leahy Agreement prohibits Nigeria from using Tukuno aircraft on innocent civilians. That particular Leahy Agreement has been violated with impunity. And also, we are going to defend ourselves with everything in us, including using and activating our Air Force that will go into force from tomorrow. From tomorrow. I want you to understand that we are ready to go. And anything that flies on the air become our aircraft.
Cross our airspace and ours.
Because tomorrow now they will say, someone announced they have purchased jet. Where is it? We have our own different jet. Anything that flies and deal with Nigeria become our jet. Thank you. All right, we can continue with this. Okay. All right, I think Fatima is here. Fatima is called Mama Africa in Finland. Fatima. Yes. I want to, thank her for what she have done to the African community. When we are talking about Biafra, we're talking about Pan-Africa as well. Many people don't like her, just like they don't like me. And the only reason they hate this woman is because of the grace she carries. So whenever there is an opportunity for us to appreciate people who have done and done very well, I will always do it. As a matter of fact, when I was awarded Peace Ambassador, they accused her of being behind it. Yes. And the case is still with the police. So she have taken a lot of bullets for Africa affair in Finland. It may also surprise you that she's married to a Biafran. And the funny part of it, those who started the problem have run away. They flee from Finland to America. So when you go there, look for them. You want to say something?
Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you very much for the privilege, by the way. And I just want to say welcome to Finland. You all that came from different countries, you have made Biafra very proud. I am so happy. And I'm going to use this opportunity to challenge the Igbos living in Finland. Open your eyes. These are Igbo that came all over the world. What are the Igbos in Finland doing? How many Igbos in Finland are around here today or yesterday? I'm using this opportunity now as your wife. Oh. As a mother, as a woman, first of all, I will start with the woman, the Igbo woman. Where are you? Because the Prime Minister and all of you are fighting for the future of Biafra.
Yes.
And they said, where women are, there's always unity and power. Yes. Where are the Igbo women in Finland? I am proud of the Americans.
Yes.
I am proud of the ones that came from UK, the ones that came from Holland, the Germany. I'm proud of all of you. But I have to say to you that I am very sad. You know why I'm sad? I'm sad because I don't see my Igbo sisters here today. I am sad because I don't see our Igbo brothers here today. They are busy looking for money. But you are all here fighting. You left your job, your businesses, everything you are doing in your country to come and make this day a historical day. God bless you for that. And God bless Biafra.
Yes, that is why we are going to adopt a very, very tough measures for those that have made this particular liberation of Biafra difficult. I say we are not going to be anything. We're not going to be South Korea. We're not going to be anything. We're going to be Biafra. We're going to design a system that other people will talk about at the end of the day. Yes.
Okay. Oh, hey, Biafra. My name is Becky, number Karen. My question, I go straight to my question. I know we have plan for our old men and women, like our granny at home, because I work with old people. I work along with them. Can we just say some, like, what plan do we have for our old people? What are we going to adopt for them to encourage them, to tell them that we love them so much because they have neglected them too much?
Our old people, oh yeah, take the department. Oh yeah, this question is for you.
Thank you very much. My Prime Minister, thank you, sir, for this honor. I am grateful. You have made Biafra proud. And I thank you, everyone that is here. You are the Biafrans, and you have made difference in the history. My sister and everybody, I'm a social worker and a healthcare and a nurse for over 36 years that I've been in Europe. And I work with the disabled. It's what I do that gives me pleasure. And I believe in my own village, as we are talking, I am building a house for home people, for disabled, for people that homeless who cannot, and it is free education. I have made some contact with people, and that's why I said, I am in that field, and I'm going to make sure that all the Biafra must get very good education for their last hope. And those that have given all, you know, in African, we believe that a woman maybe that kwashoko kill or sickness, that have no child or they abandoned, have nothing. It is me, because I know where we are coming from. And that's why I take this burden for over 36 years that I'm in Europe, and I've been doing it. I went to school. I have the certificate. I have been with UNN. I've gone a long way. So don't be worried. We are going to get everything in place. God bless you.
Good evening, Biafrans. Our Prime Minister, Dr. Ayuba. My name is Ijoma Eze. I'm from California. My question is based on the concept of equity. I know even before the total disintegration of Nigeria, our Nigerian educational system has never taken care of children with disabilities, and children who come from low socioeconomic background. Even today in Nigeria, there is no system for children who are living in poverty. Education in Nigeria has been privatized. If you don't have money, you don't get quality education. More also with children with disability. I know back in the day, children with disability are hidden in homes by their parents. They are not meant to be seen or heard. If you have a child with disability, it is between you and your God. There's no way, there's no system put in place to support parents with disabled children. My question is, what is it that our new Biafran government is going to do for children with disabilities, including learning disabilities and all other kinds of disabilities? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. If you were listening to the Prime Minister, he said, we are bringing Finland to Biafra. So all the effort we are making, I think most people that are here have seen how things work in the developed world. And when we look back home, we see the deprivation our people are passing through. And that's why we are coming here to see whether we can free ourselves and begin to build stuff so that our people can enjoy the quality of life others in the developed world enjoy. So that covers pretty much everything. It covers education, it covers healthcare, it covers transport. We're gonna have good roads, we're gonna have pipe-borne water, we're gonna have everything working like it works in places where human beings have brains.
Thank you.
Thank you. In addition to what our brother has said, there is one thing that is very important. We ought to know that Biafrans are naturally born intellectuals, and education was derived from a Latin word which means a disarray, to bring out from someone. So literally, we are not waiting for them to come. We are coming for you to know what you have to offer. So I think that this is also what we are, the government in exile or the Biafran government is going to engage in, to find out what Biafrans know, what we can get out of our people. So that is what I wanted to contribute. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chinonso Kanebe. Come from Ibuku. My question is that many of us are living in Europe and we are integrated in the system of Europe. You know, what I know is that when you are integrated in Europe and you are the same thing, you have the same citizen, you are the same citizen with the people that are born there, you don't have really a limit to what you do. So what are we, like our government will be doing in the sense of integrating people? And yeah, thank you.
Do you want to answer?
What is the government doing to integrate people?
You can take it. Yes.
Who asked that question? He left? Oh, you can stand up. Yeah, thank you for that question. You are young, you are one of the younger generation. And you are born from the question you asked. I guess you are born outside of the continent. And so you want to know how those of, the younger ones born maybe descendants will integrate into the nation Biafra. I think that's what your question referred to. Yeah, the thing is that it's a very good question. I think your youths, younger people like you, I commend you, and I think we're glad you're here. What you're walking away from here today, some of those out there are not. So it's a matter of maybe we're going to have forums, seminars as we go along, have youths come in, and then bring your thoughts as well of what you think you will expect. And then we'll see how we can use that to, help youths, younger generation like you born outside or who grew up here. Does that answer your question? Okay, thank you.
And I also want to add, it's not anymore about what the government will do for you as a youth. You see our PM, he's a youth also. It's very important that we all wake up. We need everyone who can understand English to follow what PM is doing. And I really, really hope that in our new nation, we will have cases where we will study the Susu mindset of Simon Ekpa. That will be a course for our youths, our young people to learn. So it's not anymore about what integrating, it's about you standing up and coming up with your ideas. And that's one of the reasons we are here. Okay? Thank you. So we'll go to the next question.
All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. My question is this. My name is Azubike. I'm from Oga. My question is this. We read that UN give Nigeria 6 months to release our leader. And after 6 months, Nigeria didn't release our leader. And we have not seen any action UN took to suspend Nigeria, and Nigeria attended the United Nations meeting. My question is this. What is this government, federal government, doing now to make UN to suspend Nigeria? My second question is this. We always see this picture of hologram, all this Kwashoko. Some AGO are using it to raise money, and those AGO don't recognize Biafra. Is it not time for now to start suing them as we have government now? Any NGO that use our picture, anyone that put this picture, the money is not, if money is not coming from us, we have to sue them, let them give, because we need money, as we say. My third question is this. As our PA don't want to get intel, is it not time now to give us those that kill us in Biafra? When they come to Europe, let's give us intels. Any state they come, at least we can still handle them too. Not only those taking water. Can I do what I can now?
This is your question. This is your question. Get us a bill. Well, the issue of I want you to repeat your first question, but I'm going to answer the second and third. The issue of UN. UN is a corrupt entity, and so we are not hoping on UN. I will never put our hope on UN. UN has demonstrated to be a very, very corrupt, fantastically corrupt entity. As I'm talking to you today, the Nigeria terrorist state has positioned a lot of corrupt leaders inside UN. So we are not going to go to UN. UN will come to us. And let me tell you, they are going to come to us and we will do guy before we listen to them. Because we have been writing to these people for ages. Like you said, they even gave Nigeria ultimatum, 6 months ultimatum. It was violated and nothing happened till today. So it is not such entity you are going to regard or put your hope on. It's a lost hope. So what we are doing and the approach we are taking now will bring them to us. and we are going to do guy, we'll do a very big guy. Because let me tell you, they will come to us to talk, and we'll listen to them, and we'll do nothing. We'll continue what we are doing until we are satisfied. Thank you. Then the second question, the third question, the children pictures, these are the cases that we are going to fight later, not now. We don't want to be distracted. We have a focus. Our focus is freedom. Everything we are going to be doing is all about getting our freedom, dismantling Nigeria, making Nigeria weak financially and otherwise. Once we get our freedom, we will be in the position to fight and start Gidigam like Israel. And let me tell you, they are going to need us more than we need them. So by then, we will be in a better position to fight any fight we want to fight. Because onye jigo ke uneso. There. Yeah. Okay. The third one, the third one about Intel. You see, I am a very different person. I'm a good guy. You see, there is a reason I am called a good guy. Because when you are boiling is when I'm smiling. And when you are smiling is when I'm boiling. So by the time you have boiled and started smiling, I will start from where you stop. So the issue here is that good guy will always be good. So, sometimes I hear some people say, when I say, I forgive you, I forgive Ohaneze, I forgive, some people are getting agitated, overreacting. They don't know what I mean by forgive. Believe me. Believe me, if you are a Nigerian agent and I say I forgive you, run. Oh. Thank you.
Oh, hey, Biafra. My name is Chika. I'm from Ikemba. Oh, my name is Chika. I'm from the Ikemba state. I have two questions, but I'll make it short. Number one is, what are we going to do to rehabilitate, to call them zoo? It means something. To rehabilitate people in zoo, because if you see the way they behave, if you go down there, it's terrible. So bringing them into Biafra, it cannot, it doesn't work. So they have to something put in place to be able to check those animals there, And another one is, it goes to the leader of Amazonia, who I love so much, Dr. Cho Ayoba. Seeing the history that was made today, the first one you made with your best friend, our supreme leader. There was something that after that, there was things that went up and down, and the internet is boiling already for what has transpired here today. You're gonna get attacked from east, west. Even for your best friend, you're gonna lose some friends, but you'll gain a lot from us. Our own is the better. So are you equipped to handle the attack to come? Maybe from now, it's already happening. Because you're here, you don't see it. But after here, you're gonna see it. Are you equipped to handle the attack? Because you lose some friends, which even from our side, you're gonna lose. You know what I'm talking about. So are you equipped to handle the attack? So that this history that was made today, man, I don't know. God bless you.
I think, Dr. Cho can ignore that question. The thing is that he is a man who has led his country and can handle any situation. If you listen to when he was making a speech, he said he has been attacked. So, some people who are into this, our freedom, don't actually see things that is happening behind the scene. A lot has transpired, and he has received attack, and he has handled them. So, If you are asking me what we are going to do to the people coming from the zoo as a cabinet member, onye ka nga kozili? Chika, Chika, you as a cabinet member, as a member of government, asking me what we can do, instead of you to bring idea how we can do it. All right, all right. So this is a lesson to every member of the cabinet here going to ask me a question. Oh. Agabachagoku. All right. So Chika, yes, we are going to, like I said, everything is going to be, designed by the law and the Constitution of Biafra. We know where the problem lies, and we know how to solve them, and it lies on the Constitution. When you uphold the law of your country, every other thing falls in place. The reason why Nigeria has collapsed today and will never design to function and progress is because Nigeria has no law. You can agree with me that the Constitution today was a military decree. There were never constitution in Nigeria. So we are going to have constitution, which we have started the base, the charter. And this charter has addressed a lot of things, including when the government can take your land in case, if it's for the best interest of Biafra, government cannot just come and grab your land. So that issue has been addressed in the base of the Biafra liberation. And then this is the Helsinki Declaration called the Charter of the Confederating State of Biafra. Also remember that the Confederating State already solved a lot of loopholes that will be coming from the zoo. And also, we are going to bend everybody with law and constitution of Biafra. This is not rocket science, okay? For the fact that we have activated the Biafra database system, we have solved 60% of crime, a possible crime. So those who are coming with the Nigerian mentality can never succeed. And let me tell you, you see the de facto government in the homeland, you are going to see how it is going to be run. That is the way. We're not going to give anybody a British space. A British space for the fact that we are not yet 100% independent. So we're going to adopt a very, very difficult approach. So that you will not be able to walk to go and regroup yourself again. Thank you.
All hail Biafra and Ambazonia. Tarango from Omambra. My two questions are very simple. With what are we going to swear in our elected officials when Biafra eventually comes? Is it with the Bible or with Otumokpo or Amadioha? That's number one question. That's number one. And the last question. Yes. And
thank you.
My last question is very short, simple. My last question is when the elected officials embezzle funds, are we going to buy them the Chinese way or allow them to bribe their way out like the zoo way?
We are not going to pay anybody for embezzling fund, but we are going to have a civilized system that will make it impossible for you to embezzle fund in the first place. And if you succeed in embezzling fund, the law enforcement agent of Biafra will take its course and handle you with the Biafra law and constitution. Now, on the issue of whether we are going to swear oath with Otomokpo, or let me make it very clear that we have three official religions
we have the Otomokpo religion, official. We have the Christian religion, and we have the Jewish religion. These are the three official religions in Biafra. And the example of it, the example of one of them is what you see here today displayed, the masquerade. You know, in the Nigeria fake country, you know, some of those who have been brainwashed with the Christianity, I'm a Christian. I even carry cross in the church, so don't look me like. So, yes, I'm serious. I carry cross in Finland here. In the church in Finland here, I carry cross. And I put it in the altar, so I have served God very well. And I'm still serving God. Yet, I respect and also believe in the religion, in Otomokpo. Not the bad one, but this one you see today, for example. So it is going to be by your faith, what you believe in. Because when the official religion is three, so which one you believe in is what we're going to use to swear you in. Thank you. We can still go ahead with questions.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. And my name is Glory. My question is, oh Lord. My question is about now the British have punished us so much from day one. And my question is, can we drop English as a language and their script? Since they are the one that kept us in this situation, wouldn't it be nice that we drop English just to get back to them and their script?
Thank you very much for that question. Unfortunately, you cannot isolate yourself in the cause of it being vindictive. In this country, Finland, we speak Finnish. And that is what makes them powerful. And because of we have suffered decades of subjugation, manipulation, slavery, and up to what we are today, it is going to take us decades to come to who we are when we get our freedom. So the most important thing now is that we, first of all, free ourselves in the charter. Like I said, that charter, because now you can see I'm making reference to the charter, because everything is there. So in the charter, the running of day-to-day government is there in the charter that every state can use their dialect to run the government. So which means we are going to gradually shift from that to adopting our dialect and our language as official one at the end of the day. But for us to be able to integrate into the world, the global village and all that, we need English, no matter what. But what we have done so far, which is still under consideration, is we are abandoning the pounds, because this is what actually the way to get at them. And remember that when we stop using the pound, the Biafra pounds, it is going to affect them, because we have the oil market. And so from that oil market, if we start using our own currency denomination, it will also affect them what they could have get when we start using pounds. Okay, so we are cutting that off. So we're going to start cutting off British or Britain as little as we can, and step by step. It's the step-by-step process. We know that many of you are angry, and it is justifiable when you're angry, because if you look at what British have done, not just to us, but to many people they have colonized, it is nothing to write home about. So we are going to show that we are smart people, and we're going to use our smartness to see that we don't make decisions that will affect us in the long run. So English is a no-go area at this point, but we are going to start gradually to use our dialect in our dealings, in our daily dealings in our own state, in our different states. And that is why we have the Confederating State of Biafra. It is confederation. So this is what I have to say. No matter how angry we are over the British enslavement of Biafra, we must also liberate ourselves using our number 6. Thank you.
Ahoy, Biafra. Yeah, my name is Glad Osai. I'm from Ebonyi State, the state that still retain the whole state, which is Ebonyi, but with a different style, the Biafran style. Yeah. So my Prime Minister, my question goes like this. Now that we have officially implemented the de facto government in the homeland, I want to know if it will also be possible to officially launch the recruitment for the Biafran Liberation Army, because as I speak to you, we have men that are willing, and their soul and their flesh is also willing to take up arms and defend their homeland. So I want to know, my Prime Minister, if now is the right time to also do that, so that we can also alert our people back home on the new issue. So that is my question. And then secondly, I want to know what about for the currency, Biafran currency. I want to know, now that we have officially implemented the de facto government, are we still going to remain with the Zoo currency to run our government?
Thank you very much. Fortunately, we are going to continue to use Naira until the declaration of Biafra. The issue of BLA recruitment, we are not recruiting anybody now. We have over 100,000 men. And we need money to keep up them, so we don't need more men, but we are looking forward to get up to over 500,000, because we want that by the time we are ready to march, we will be picking the terrorists in Nigeria uniform. It will be like one will be facing 20 Biafra army. That's what we are looking at.
Yes.
Today, we have succeeded in making sure that nobody is being recruited into the terrorist army of Nigeria again. You can see we have succeeded. We have succeeded to make sure that nobody is being recruited into the terrorist police. That's why they're advertising it every day. Nobody is going there. Because if you go there, they will send you to Biafra land, and there you will die.
Yes, Ozubo.
So please, people are not asking questions. Have you seen where any place in this world where military will be bombing from the air, coming with armored tank 50, 30 every day, yet we are defeating them? Don't you know that something is somewhere? It is because our firepower is getting more superior by the day. So we are not recruiting now, but when we are going to recruit, you will know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Biafrans, Your Excellencies, the Prime Minister of Biafra, Ambazonian Excellency Dr. Chuayaba. Greetings. My question, quick one, is our Biafran pounds. I have bonds of it at home. Is it useless now?
Go
you can keep it as a bad memory. You know, like when you want to remember what you have suffered in this life and what your ancestor has suffered, just keep it so that you will be telling the story of suffer. It represents suffer. It represents agony. It represents everything inhuman. That is what it represents. So keep it for this kind of memory, bad memory. Thank you.
Thank you, Pierre.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, hey, Biafra. Odogwenungu from Biafra land. My first question, Dr. Cho, please. Yeah, my question goes to Dr. Cho, if he, PM will give him the chance to answer it, because I don't believe in peace. So my question is, I believe in justice. And for you to get peace, you have to fight. And now we are in the liberation. So I want to contest with your cabinet. Can we remove, when we say Biafra, we say peace, and put justice? So we get justice first before peace. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, Nnamdi Kanu said that he needed the kind of people that he need. So I want to ask you now, officially, in the presence of all Biafrans, are you sure, assuring Biafrans that you have this kind of men in your cabinet to fight this fight? Because we are just here laughing, but I'm sure that everybody here is angry in spirit. Like me, you were. So, Nnamdi Kanu need, number one, men of integrity, though you have said it in one of your broadcasts. Men of honesty, men that hunger for freedom, men without envy, men without jealous, men without selfish interest, men with brotherly love, men without wickedness of any kind, men without greed like Judas Iscariot or DOS. Men with dignity, men of self-control, and men of selfless service. Are you sure you have these men in your cabinet to do this fight? Then the third one is, I don't know if it is offensive, Nigeria network. Do we have power now as a government to cut off and have our own international connection apart from that uses 00234? Are we in the position as a government to do that so that every Biafran, when you are calling, you will not be interrupted to get a network towards your people? Thank you very much.
Is that question for me? Is it for me?
Yeah, that one is for you. But the first one is for Cho, if you give him a chance to answer.
How can you be asking Dr. Cho to tell you about his cabinet? He cannot answer that question. What about the question about cabinet? You are asking about cabinet, about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's for me. If you can be here by yourself, where did you come from? Which country? Yes, Sweden. Okay, so you did not pay 1,000 to come here. Okay, maybe because of the ship, you just enter ship and enter Finland. So I was thinking you come from America or from Australia, like you won't say, and then you come here to ask that kind of question. So I can understand your travel is very cheap. So, all right, because you cannot travel all the way from where you come from, and then you are still asking about the cabinet, because it is the cabinet that makes it possible for you to be here. Yes. So if the cabinet is not working, you will not even be here in the first place. So the cabinet has integrity, people of integrity, professionals, and you can see the packaging here. Our prof, our doctor here. Where is Professor Chioma? Can you see any Nigerian person like this? Have you seen in the government of Nigeria a vibrant lady professor like this? You can't. but in Biafra, you see it. And let me tell you, if I begin to point ahead here, you are going to see at least not less than 5 professors.
Yes.
How many professor is in the Nigeria government?
Fake ones.
From your president, I'm not talking about Nigeria prof. Nigeria professor will be subjected to aptitude test when they enter abroad. So they are not qualified to be called professors. I'm talking about professors from the US, from UK, from Europe. You don't have them in the Nigeria government. That is why the government has failed from head to toe. So we have people of integrity in the government of Biafra. That is why you see a well-organized and packaged. Do you know that somebody is still in the hospital bed today because of this event? I am telling you. He has not waking up. Oh, I am praying that they will never see the thing they are looking for to go and treat him. So the point is that even the government of Nigeria themselves knows that the Biafra Republic government in exile has all it takes, everything from A to Z to run a country. Yes. And we are doing it. So we have integrity, we have people of integrity, yes. And I am proud of them. I am very, very proud of them. We will continue to prove to our enemies that what we are doing is possible. And it is going to be seen in our actions, our achievement, and everything we do. We don't talk, we do. Yes. When Barack Obama was giving a speech about when Mexico miners, something like that, went inside and they couldn't come out, America went and rescued them. Obama bragged with it that America do big, big things. Biafra will do more bigger things than America.
Yes! Yes!
I want everyone to understand, when you are hearing America doing this, America doing that, they are all Biafrans. Yes. Many of them. So by the time we are good to go, Professor Choma, who is now doing her own part in America, and many of you who are doing in Canada, all of you are the reason why America is what it is today. We're going to come back and utilize our own expertise and resources to make our country one of the best in the world.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, PM. 20 seconds. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
The panelists. Do you people want to drink water?
Already answered it. Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay. Sure. Do you want to say something?
On the issue of justice and peace, I understand you and I agree to a very large extent. Occupiers want peace so that they can continue perpetuating injustice. They can kill without a response. They can continue to exploit without a reciprocation in development. So they always ask for peace. For those who fight to be free, we need justice. And without it, we will institute perpetual chaos, because perpetual chaos creates the conditions that makes investment by the occupier impossible. When I discussed with the Prime Minister on one strategy we adopted from the beginning, we looked at how the occupation is perpetuated. We realized that the presence of the military was simply to achieve 2 objectives. 1, political legitimization that makes the occupation legitimate internationally. What we decided was what the Prime Minister explained here. We decided to delegitimize the occupation. You shall organize no election in our land. For you, who represents the occupier, you shall know no peace. You are either going to live in Nigeria for us in Cameroon. We made it impossible for any representative of Cameroon to be in our land. So we also realize occupation is predicated on exploitation of resources. You cannot exploit our resources, build a large army to send back in our land to kill our people. We made it impossible for the occupier to make money from our land. All those who exploit our resources, we make sure we stop you. Don't forget, they use Biafran resources for international financial credibility. So if they want to borrow money, they tell you that, you see, we've got enough oil wells down here to pay you back. We make sure you don't exploit those oil wells. In that way, you cannot go lie the IMF or the World Bank, because they're going to ask you, how are you going to pay this money back? So the 21st century strategy of liberation, the Prime Minister and myself have discussed it well. From Boya to Inigo, we will make these two countries understand we are the masters of this land, the owners of this land. And this is serious. Nobody should live here and you're thinking fancy. This is war, okay? They are determined. They are determined to murder everybody because they have Shell, Total, Texaco that they've signed deals with. We have to stop it. In Biafra, the enemy must know that without justice, and justice is what the Charter has explained in all facets, provision, the doctor, the professors have been able to capture the different ways in which justice will be given back to the Biafran people, including you living nomadic lives in exile to go back home. That's justice. The enemy shall know no peace until there is justice for the rightful owners of the land. So I think that is purely captured in the Charter, in the expressions, in the wordings of the Prime Minister, and I think you should have no fear.
That's beautiful. Thank you. 30 seconds.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It seems Dr. Choayuba went into my mind because I wanted to ask our Prime Minister, all these politicians that owns oil wells, the Sultan of Sokoto owning oil wells in the east, how are we going to make them to relinquish, all those assets they have in our land? It seems Dr. Choayuba went into my mind to get out the question. So if any, can highlight more on that for us, please. All the politicians owning oil wells in the eastern part, how are we going to make them to relinquish them?
It is part of the delegitimization that we are talking about. So you can't come to our land and continue with your oil well while we have our freedom and our independence. Of course, we know it's a battle that must be fought and a battle that must be won. So there are so many things that we don't need to talk publicly. Yes. And there are so many issues that we don't need to discuss how we're going to solve it. And this is one of them. Leave that to us, we will solve it. When we go to that bridge, we'll cross it. Thank you.
Thank you, PM.
All hail Biafra. All hail Ambazonia. My name is Chukwuma, a concerned citizen of Biafra. If you observe very carefully in most churches, you will realize that Biafrans made up a higher percentage of those churches, mainly seeking for the same thing, deliverance. So my question is, how best can we reform the Council of Elders and Monarchs in order to combat witchcraft. Like our gallant elders in these two communities in Anambra State, Okija and Oba, they were able to do that. So how can we reform the Council of Elders? Thank you. And the monarchs.
Heavy question. Heavy question.
Let me address it. Thank you very much. When you talk about reform, it means that it is in existence. We don't have it yet. So why are we talking about reform? The thing is that we are building our country from scratch. And we're going to implement every measures that
Yeah, unfortunately, we've overstayed our time here. We have to move to the gala section and then we can continue from there.
Yes.
Thank you, because there is a music going to play there and it's going to be really loud and...
okay.
Yes.
So do we still have opportunity in case to showcase?
Yeah,
our...
I requested for a screen, so they
okay.
to bring a screen.
Okay, in case if we have to display something there. All right, thank you. So anyway, I think this is it. So we don't reform what we don't have yet. Thank you.
Okay, one announcement, please. So we have a sale. If you haven't gotten your t-shirts, we've now reduced the price to $35. So from 35 pounds. So from 55 to 35. Go and get more, or euros, or dollars, whatever you have, it has to be 35. Yes, if you don't need it, buy a gift for someone. You still have some? Okay. And more coral beads, please. Go get some. Men, get coral beads for your wives. Do you want to reduce it? How much?
Thank you.
Yeah, it went well. You guys.
I'm happy. I think the people of Bishop, they're asking. People are inside there.